on guys, Jack here and welcome back to Supercar Sunday. Today I've got something a little bit different for you. So a lot of my videos recently have been on my car, obviously because I own the car, which is a GTR. So I wanted to bring something different. So recently I had a friend that bought a new AMG Mercedes GTS, and it's an exceptional car. One car that I haven't actually had a proper up close and personal look at. So I thought to myself, it'd be quite a cool video to do some kind of like, you know, my friend has bought a new car and just have a look inside and obviously hear the car, get some nice angles and just have a talk with Paul. That is the owner of the car. Yes, you've probably guessed from the thumbnail. If you actually do watch his YouTube channel, you probably would have guessed it is his car. Now, if you don't know him as a YouTuber, make sure you do go and check him out. If you do like car content, if you clicked on my video for a car video, you probably will like his videos as well. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drive to his house. It's only about 15 minutes away, but it's a really typical English weather today. It's a little bit wet outside. Anyway, let's go. Cold start, baby. All right guys, so I've met up with Paul, Supercars of London, and we have got his new GTS here. Well, I say new, it is about 2 months old now.
It's now about, I reckon it's about a month old now.
Yeah,
so I picked it up at the beginning of April, and I've gone on a European trip, done loads of driving in it, and I've actually
you literally picked it up and went on a really long trip. It wasn't like, you know, just picking it up and then parking it up and being like, yes, I've got it. It's actually like picking it up, you knew exactly what you wanted to do with it, and I have to say, it looks absolutely fantastic. Let's try and get some nice angles in here so you can see it. Obviously got your private plate on there straight away. So you actually had this wrapped, you picked it up wrapped, you didn't actually do a video on it.
No, I picked it up wrapped, the idea being that these cars can be spec'd pretty badly from the factory. Not badly, but some of the colours that Mercedes offer are pretty boring. So I wanted to go for something a little bit cooler, something that stands out a lot more. And because I was going on the road trip straight away, I was like, I can't drive a boring Mercedes colour, so I wrapped it.
Yeah, it looks lovely, man. Oh, I have to say, something about this car is, it looks absolutely spectacular from every angle. There's not really one angle that I don't like about it. It's just lovely. But I think for people that don't know much about this car, they would actually just look at this as any Mercedes. Yeah. That's the problem, but at the same time a good thing, because the Lambo, it actually got a lot of attention. Yeah, it was outrageous, not just the noise, but the looks as well. So yeah, I really love this car, and I love the fact that you've actually got it all blacked out as well, straight away. Looks amazing. Let's actually take a look inside and then go for a drive. Right, so here we go. This is what's inside. Lovely. It's kind of a little bit more orange, this stuff here.
It's a reddy orange, and I was so nervous when I saw the pictures of it. Yeah. I was like, I'm wrapping it red. What's it going to do?
Yeah,
to the inside of the
that's
car?
the thing, because this isn't like the red you've got from Mercedes, so it's not really going to match this exactly. No. I don't even know if they do a colour like this, right? So
no,
this is proper red. This is a proper kind of deep-ish red, and then this is like it's slightly orange. I don't know what to call it. Is there an actual name for it?
No idea. Reddy orange.
Reddy orange. That'll do for now. All right, so let's actually take a little bit of a closer look inside. I love it. It's Mercedes quality, isn't it? It's just donk. It's a lot different from my Nissan. It just goes clunk.
Well, this interior is just so different to the Lambo as well. Yeah.
So talk me through this. What is this? Is this like just your standard, your premium package? What else can you get in a GTS?
So this GTS is actually like pretty mega spec, apart from these seats. So these seats are the classic comfort seats that you get as standard, but usually they come all black with black stitching. So this it's black and red with red stitching. It's so comfy. It also comes with bucket seats like that you get in the Edition 1 or the A45, which are a little bit more harsh. But as comfortable. But I kind of wanted these because they're a little bit more utility. And then inside we've got the Dynamic Plus package, which has engine mounts, suspension mounts, and it basically brings everything together. It also comes with the full Alcantara microfiber steering wheel, which is a really nice touch. And then it also comes with the premium pack, so I've got the sunroof.
Oh, didn't even know that was there. That's nice.
Surround sound speakers. It's also got the rear reversing camera. I've also got the driving assist package, which is lane assist, blind spot assist, and it's it basically does so much of the work for me. Cruise control. It's also got the Distronic thing as well on the cruise control as well. So it's a massive spec on this car with the AMG wheels on the outside and the actual real colour of it, which is still a secret to the internet. It is a pretty mega spec, which was one thing that I really wanted to make sure that I got, because the Lamborghini was so basic.
Yeah.
So this, I mean, just all of the different things that I can do up there, surround sound, just the way that you can control the air conditioning is insane for this sort of
I mean,
car.
it's a supercar, but one that you're not really afraid to actually put miles on and sit in for a while, rather than the Lamborghini. I guess when you was going through London, I went through London before with you, and you was just like, it's so uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable, the visibility was poor, there was no parking sensors, you had no idea how wide the car was because you sit so low, everything you're looking up at, isn't it? And it's intimidating. Whereas this, the only thing that you've got intimidating is the front nose in front of you, which is not even that bad. But the centre console is one of the best designs.
It is something that you keep getting drawn to. It's like you're just looking at it like, I don't know, is there like a transformer in there or something? But no, it's really big.
It's got so many fingerprint marks because my nephew is in here, he's only 4. So.
Yeah, no, I can see that. The cameras, I'm sure, is picking it up, and you're going to get comments like, you don't even look after your car. Alright, so what I want you to do now is start it up and give my viewers a little bit of a taste of what it sounds like. Yeah, so we're going to do a start up, then we're going to do valves closed, because it does have a valve system as standard, and then valves open, of course.
Wicked.
So that's recording too.
Got everything on.
Got everything on. So we've actually got a GoPro on the roof of the car right now, which is pretty interesting. Hopefully we get some good footage without losing the GoPro, because that's some expensive bit of kit. But I do have some questions on my phone, funny enough, so I need to close this app and just ask you a few things. But I know one of the questions, and that is, why did you go for the AMG GTS from the Lamborghini? Because it is, in people's eyes, a step down.
Yeah, I think that when you look at the brand Lamborghini and you look at the brand Mercedes, it wouldn't be a natural move from those two cars. But the disadvantages of having the Lamborghini, like, it was just difficult to live with.
It was,
It was incredibly expensive to run, and it was slightly old as well, so it was out of warranty. It's all of those things that play on your mind when you're driving it, that what if something goes wrong? Like I said, when I collected it, the Lamborghini was pretty crazy, and if you were to look at them next to each other, this wouldn't really stand out as much, which is why I'm treating this as a blank canvas. I'm going to go pretty mental in terms of the mods on this.
That was another question I've got written down. What are the mods you have planned? But obviously I don't want to take too much of what you've got hidden for your own viewers, because obviously from a car point of view, what most people do straight away is wrap. You've got it wrapped. The exhaust sounds sexy already, but obviously it's actually quite a new car, so I don't know if Army-Trix have actually got an exhaust for this yet.
Army-Trix have not.
Are they designing something?
They are developing one.
Ooh, so that would be interesting.
I'm aware that they're developing one. Do you know what with this car is that it is such a popular car that so many aftermarket tuners and manufacturers are building body kits, exhaust systems, spoilers, all sorts of different parts for this car. My options are pretty much endless. There'll be a few bits and pieces. The one thing that I said right from the word go is just how soft and curvy this car looks. So I definitely want to make it look more aggressive. It needs a fixed wing, so I suppose that's a bit of a teaser / spoiler. There will be a wing.
Have you got a shape in mind that you really want for it? Yeah,
I don't want to go too crazy, because the more crazy you go, the more you're going to split opinions. And this is such a well-respected car. It was an Evo Car of the Year. Like, I'm obviously not going to start cutting fenders and make a wide body kit.
No, you don't want to start doing that. It's like that with the Liberty Walk kits. They look fantastic, and I get loads of comments all the time saying, get a Liberty Walk kit. I think, first of all, it's going to cost me 10 grand before I start having to repaint things and start doing things rose gold. But it's not reversible. So again, as a YouTuber,
you have to go and buy new body parts.
Even though you might love this car and you might not want to sell it, as a YouTuber, you may see something, and for content you might go, I want another car in a year's time. It comes out, right? I don't know how long you plan to keep this, but that was a question. I keep remembering the questions as I'm going down.
You don't need to look at your phone.
I don't. This is great. So how long do you kind of expect to keep this car? So you've had it now just over a month.
Just over a month. I definitely plan on keeping this car relatively long term, and
yeah.
The best way to explain it is the R8 and the Lamborghini, I was under 25 before I bought those, meaning I couldn't test drive them. So I was buying them blind in terms of driving experience.
Yeah.
This car is the first car that I've actually bought having test driven a lot of its rivals.
Yeah.
So when I picked the Mercedes AMG, it was the perfect car for me.
It sounds like you got it all sorted. Let me see what other questions got written down. I know one. Okay, miles per gallon, because this is a 4 litre, so it's not a 6.2 litre.
Yeah.
It's the bi-turbo, so it should be more economical. Is that the correct word? So what have you been getting at the moment? Because you've been doing a lot of long mileage as well, which is where you should get your...
I mean, this car is totally incredible on the fuel economy, because it costs me around £70 to fill up, which is probably more than the average car.
It's about the same for me, but I guess you get about 350 miles. I'm just guessing 400 or 450.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, no. I get between 150 and 200 if I'm driving a bit silly, and then if I'm doing long mileage, I'll get about 250.
Wow.
And that's super unleaded, so I'll pay for the premium unleaded as well.
Yeah. This
car gets 450.
That's what makes this car like it's the light steering.
What is that miles per gallon? That's about 30, right?
It can go up to 35.
That's actually incredible.
I was averaging around 29 on the Euro trip, and I was sort of bouncing between motorway miles and mountain roads.
So what do you think about the depreciation on this? Because this is your newest car that you've had. So the Lamborghini, what year was that?
Good question. The Lamborghini was 2011.
2011.
And the R8 was 2007.
That was one of the earliest year that you can get the R8s, right? So
So the Audi R8 that I had was a manual V8, and I kind of knew that was going to hold its value quite well.
Yeah.
And I didn't lose any money on it. The Lamborghini, again, I bought it relatively sensibly.
Special edition.
Quite low mileage. Very, very good example. Yeah. And I didn't lose any money on that as well. Yeah. So those two cars I bought with my head rather than my heart.
Yeah.
This car I bought with my heart, and I am fully aware that being a brand new car, it is prone to depreciation, and AMGs in general are prone to depreciation. So the fact that I'm owning this for 12 months and the fun that I'm going to get out of it, and all of the things that I'm going to do, there is obviously going to be a cost to that, and I'm happy to pay a cost.
Because it's so new, has it got any of that kind of like, you know, you've got your services paid for, and have you got any kind of warranty with it, whereas you wouldn't have with the older?
Definitely got the manufacturer.
So you've got a little bit, you know, a little bit of safety in mind.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you, which is going to be, you know, a bit of a, you got to imagine it, but it could come real.
Okay.
Who would win in a drag race between you and Sam in his F-Type Jag? So I think he's got a little bit more power.
Yeah,
it would be a very good race. You should get that sorted. Who do you think would win between you two?
I know I'd win.
You know you'd win. Have you already kind of done a little bit?
We've talked about the statistics, because they do seem relatively even.
Yeah.
The problem that I think Sam has is his car's too big.
Yeah.
His car's too big and too heavy.
So if it's a bit wet, then you feel like you'd have him. He's got the rear wheel drive edition?
His is rear wheel drive. I think it would be a lot tighter if his was the 4-wheel drive.
Yeah.
Because
the start would be a bit quicker.
This car can struggle to get traction if the tyres are cold or the roads are wet.
So we've talked about how amazing this car is.
Yes.
You know what question's coming? What's missing about it?
What's missing about it?
If you've got to be really critical, because obviously you're not going to be like, oh bloody hell, you know, it's rubbish really. I've just been talking a load of rubbish. Yeah. But no, what's missing about it that say other supercars don't have? Maybe not just another brand, but just supercars in general.
I would say the flamboyancy.
Yeah.
Because Mercedes and German cars in particular are known for being quite understated, but also just very technical, or technically good and precise. So yeah, I would say.
But that's something that you also wanted, so you couldn't have
exactly. So
one
I definitely
and the
wanted
other.
I wanted the flamboyancy.
Yeah, you've chosen it, knowing this.
I'm hopefully with the modifications going to be able to produce something a little bit more crazy than what Mercedes are able to do from the factory. Yeah. So a louder exhaust system, more crackles, a more aggressive look, a big spoiler.
One last question.
Yes.
V8s. Is this? Ooh, I was going to say, is this the best sounding V8? But I'll be putting words into your mouth, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've had your Audi R8 with the Army Tricks. With the Army Tricks against this stock, what do you prefer the sound of?
I think the Army Tricks R8.
Yeah, because it's just been made, you know, specifically.
It was such a nice tone that you got throughout the rev range on the R8 with Army Tricks. So As cool as this car sounds, like if you like put it in race mode.
That is.
It does sound cool, and then when you do a downshift, you get some cool graphics.
It sounds like something's growling out the back of the car.
This car sounds like thunder. It's the only way that I can describe it.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard those sirens. I thought, oh no, Paul, what have you done? What have you done? Have you just done a donut up there or something? Did you hear it and think, crap?
I saw the sirens, and do you know what? For the first time, because we'd already been overtaken by an ambulance.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be an ambulance. So I looked up again, and then just pulled over, and it was just an ambulance.
Luckily.
All right. Doing a speed limit, so.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that's going to be the end of the video. Not really sure what I would call this, because it's kind of like, usually with these types of videos I'll be reviewing something or giving my opinion, but it's more of like talking to Paul, getting to know the car a little bit more, and it's been really interesting, so thanks for this.
No worries.
If you want to see more of this, make sure to go and check Paul out. He uploads, I would say, probably every other day now, or every day.
Yeah, 3 videos a week I try and aim to.
Yeah, this is his car, so he's going to be making lots of videos on his car, lots of challenges against other YouTubers, perhaps even myself in the future. So if you've got any other suggestions, maybe that what I can do with my GTR against Paul's GTS, let us know in the comments, and we'll try and get something sorted. Yeah. So guys, that's it. Me and Paul will be seeing each other next, probably at Modball, maybe even before that, if we've, if there's a great comment left in the comment section that we could possibly tie something up with.
Or you do it on Modball.
Or we could do it on Modball. That would be a great opportunity. Obviously, like, we'll go to a track one of the days, so we'll have some space to put our cars through the paces. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.
Cheers, guys.